Greetings once more, reporting to you live. Brown girls are beautiful, reporting to you live. So, another thing, you're gonna probably ask this question: if I'm special, or if I'm allegedly one of the chosen ones, or whatever you call it, why is it that I would suffer? Well, let me answer that question. Remember that everybody that's born onto this planet comes with some type of karma already attached to them. Now, this precedes us through birth. So we were born into whatever we came here for, right? So we came into this world to be on the battlefield, and some of us came here to be warriors and to fight. Not that we were meant that we wanted to, it was placed upon us, right, to be warriors, even when we didn't want to fight. So there are going to be entities to stop you from doing what you were meant to do in your lifetime. They fight very hard. These are entities that you can't see because it's a spiritual attack on your life. It's a spiritual attack to follow you no matter where you go. It was meant to carry out its plan, and that is to stop you from whatever you're trying to achieve in life. This is a spiritual attack. Some of this was put on people through curses, through witchcraft. There are people in your family that will do this to you because they're jealous of you. There are people that are around you, co-workers, even people that you think that you can classify as a friend. Oh, don't trust them, y'all. Even neighbors. And so just be really careful. Understand that it is all a spiritual warfare against you. And believe me, these entities out here called human creatures, they recognize your energy, they recognize your spirit, and it irritates them, right? It irritates the evil in them. A lot of times, this is why people can't look at you in your face, look at you in your eye. You know, I told you the story about that client that I went to meet. She couldn't look me in my face the whole time I was meeting and talking with her. The whole time I'm looking at her, she's not directly making eye contact. Usually that's a sign, a lot of times with Caucasian people, that is a sign that they're racist. That is a sign that they know deep down inside how they feel about you, but they just can't admit it. So they try to hide it, but they can't, because the spirit does not lie. And eyes are the windows to the soul. They don't lie either. People try to hide behind everything else, but let me tell you, that body language says a lot. So just know that the people here that have come under attack, it's not your fault. This is something that you were born into. It's something that you gotta actually fight while you're here to try to get rid of it, so it stops, and it will alleviate bothering you in life, and it will stop going on. You know, if you have children from generation to generation, trust me, the attack is very strong, it's very real, and it's going to try to keep itself alive and tied to you as much as it possibly can. Whenever you try to break free and get away from it, whenever you're trying to do positive with your life and elevate in life, it's going to attack you even harder and stronger, because it doesn't want you to elevate, y'all. And they will use people to do it. They will use other creatures called human beings to do it. So if you're going through it, like on your job, if you're going through it with neighbors and stuff like that, this is the demonic entity. This is the spiritual attack. This is the spiritual warfare. This is the witchcraft. This is all of the stuff that was thrown in your path, because you are special, because you came here with a special mission, and you have the impact and the leverage to touch so many people, to help them gain, you know, their elevation. And guess what? These demonic entities does not want that to happen, because the demonic entities are all about evil, creating evil, and continuing to keep the evil going and spreading evil. And when you're not an evil entity, right, they will try to antagonize you. They will try to taunt you. They're going to try to make you, you know, give up on life. This is how people work. This is how entities work. So this is why you have to be extra special with who you share your energy with. And if you get a vibe that something is off, keep your distance, take heed to it, and don't ignore your intuition. Because what is the biggest thing the devil ever did, right? Pretending that it never existed. And we know the devil is not some red creature with a pitchfork and horns, but the devil lives and resides within this earth, walks among this planet, and we encounter the devil every day. Some of y'all encounter the devil on your jobs. That's the main place where the devil resides, is a supervisor, a manager, or the co-workers. That's the main place where the devil resides, in jealousy and envy. You know, all this egregious behavior that's going on. Demons jump from spirit to spirit into people. So you have to stay protected. You have to give thanks to your divine ancestors. The people that have already left this earth and transitioned over are looking out for you. So don't ever let someone tell you that this is not true. Because if they can believe in a character called Jesus that they never met before, but they cannot acknowledge the people that lived here, that loved them, then that's an abomination to your ancestors. And I don't want anybody coming in my comment section talking about the blood of Jesus. I don't want to hear it, because that sounds like spiritual witchcraft to me. Why are you putting blood from Jesus on you? Why are you breaking bread, eating of the body? That's cannibalism. Why are you drinking wine and talking about that's the blood, drinking grape juice? Do you know that people that practice cannibalism and witchcraft do that type of stuff? But it's okay because you said it's all in the name of religion. You see the hypocrisy in that. So don't let people sit here and gaslight you because you don't believe in their practices. You know, a lot of things you have to think about. Who gave people these Bibles, all right? Who came up with Christianity? If you really go and do your digging, you'll do some research and find out that all of this stuff was indoctrinated for power and control over especially melanated people, y'all. And so if you ever wanted to know the real truth in history about true African spirituality, please check out Ashraf Kwesi. They will be doing a tour to Kemet, to Egypt, coming up in July of 2026 and August of 2026. And that's one thing that we know that melanated people don't like to do, is research their true history. They just go by word of mouth. But now, if it's anything pertaining to rap lyrics, they know all about that. If it's got something to do with celebrity gossip and other people's relationships, they know all about that research. They dig deep into that. They keep up with that. But if it has anything to do with you knowing yourself, know thyself, which is an African proverb, because when you know thyself, they cannot tell you who you are. When you value yourself, they cannot devalue you, right? But people don't like to hear that. Anyway, y'all, this is the message of Brown Girls Are Beautiful. I endorse this message, all right? Continue to walk in your divinity. And until next time, y'all, be blessed. I'm on my way in.